Hey everyone, that's Rocky.
And that's Sarah. And we are Savage Disney Pins.
And today we are going to talk about the Food and Wine Festival at Epcot.
We ate at nearly every location we could, from one end to the other that was open at the time we were there. There was only so much a human body could take, so we did miss a couple of locations, but that was by calculated choice.
We just wanted to talk about our experience at the Food and Wine Festival, how it differed from Food and Wine Festivals in the past, and give you our take on some of the food items and also some of the cost.
So you can set your expectations accordingly if you decide to go. So the World Pavilion in Epcot as a park is shaped like a figure 8, where you have like Spaceship Earth and most of the rides at the bottom portion of the 8. At the top part of the 8, you have the World Pavilion or the World Showcase, which has little areas that look like various countries from around the world.
I love Epcot.
Now,
It's so pretty.
It is very pretty.
Yeah.
It is kind of what they call the young person's park because there is tons to eat, tons to drink, and it's one of the few parks where the attractions aren't really the main deal there. It's the World Showcase. That being said, it is highly controversial in the Disney community online about which way you enter. Do you go Mexico or do you go Canada?
Which way do you go? If you've been to Epcot before, let us know what direction you go. Are you a Mexico pavilion or a Canada pavilion? How do you make your trip around Epcot?
Let us know in the comments below. We are eager to hear you make your case. Let the debate begin.
Explain your reasoning too, please, because I don't have a preference. I feel like I'm one of the few people that doesn't really care. So it's interesting to hear everybody's reasoning.
To me, it's how I would feel in the morning. Do I want Donald Duck or do I want Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy? I mean, you can't lose either way.
Right.
To the food.
Yes. The Food and Wine Festival this year was definitely different. We went a few years ago and it was really, really awesome. There were booths just scattered all around the World Showcase and from a billion different countries. It was really great. This year was a little bit different in the sense that not every booth was open when we were there. There were definitely a few booths that we saw that were only open on the weekends, and we happened to not go on weekend days. There were also some booths that have now opened since we've been home from our trip. So there were definitely not nearly as many food booths available. The booths that were available were still all kind of the same general pricing that they were a few years ago. Food-wise, there were less options, but everything else was kind of the same.
The biggest thing that we noticed too was the staffing. Because of a pandemic, you couldn't have as much international travelers, and the college program is suspended. So instead of being manned by folks from those native countries, they had a lot of cast members in flag shirts, they call them. They're just polos.
The generic Epcot shirt.
Yeah, that we're filling in the gaps because, frankly, it's logistically impossible to get those folks over here in a safe manner.
Right. In our opinion, they did a very good job with creating the Food and Wine Festival vibe while during a global pandemic.
Yeah, on the plus side, we didn't wait very long for any of the food booths. And even in a pandemic, Disneyland is our home park and we love Disneyland, but Walt Disney World Epcot has got it figured out when it comes to food and wine festivals.
Yeah.
It is superior in my humble opinion.
Okay, so let me also say this. Rocky mentioned before that we worked our way around. We didn't. We jumped around all over the place. We spent 2 full days in Epcot and just kind of ate where we felt like we wanted to.
Yeah, we let the attractions like, hey, Frozen was going, so let's go get in line for Frozen. And then, hey, are you hungry? Well, look, we can eat right there.
Yeah. So we didn't quite, make stops all the way around, but we did bounce back and forth. So these are definitely not in any kind of logical order when we go through them. All of that being said, we stopped a couple countries in at China.
All right, we're going to try the bao. That's real good. That's real good.
Would you give it like a 1 through 5? What would you give it?
4. It's really good.
4?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try. Got it? Okay. dumplings.
So 4 out of 5.
I could eat more of these. These are really, really good. Okay.
What's your rating?
I'm gonna go 4. I would give it a 5, but they're not super hot. It'd be a 5 out of 5 if they were like up to like super hot temperature. Okay, our second stop was Africa. We got the spicy Kenyan vegan corn and white beans and the skewered shrimp.
And I got the Tusk Lager, which is absolutely delicious and refreshing. You have to excuse the music. They just turned it on, and there's not a lot of place to sit, so it's really loud.
So loud. I like that they have vegan options.
I do too.
Good
Shrimp.
morning. Yeah. Good morning. Yay.
Well, we figured out why the music kicked it up to level 10.
Yeah, there we go.
Flavor-wise, I would give this a 5. However, the shrimp is really overdone and tough. Unfortunately, since that's like the main part of the dish, I would give it a 3.5.
I give mine a 3.5 too. It's really good. There's a lot of flavor. And I do like that it's vegan.
So we made a little stop in Mexico. Got a smoky mango margarita.
Mm-hmm.
Smells good.
It's so good.
We've got a beef taco, a ribeye taco, and a pork tostada. Looks delicious.
Whoa.
Got some kick? Or is it the
I like it. The back of my throat. It's really good though. Okay.
Oh man. I could drink those all day.
I took a little pause. I needed to let the first amounts of food settle, but Rocky went over to the Hawaii booth.
Yeah, I think you can tell by these zigzaggy paths that Mexico, we were exiting to go ride something, and then Hawaii, we were coming back from a ride to resume our eating. And Hawaii had pretty good stuff. I got a Kahlua slider, and it came in at $5.25, and I thought it was really good. It had some pineapple on it.
And spice too, right?
Yeah,
it's a little spicy.
A little kick to it. It was really good, and the meat wasn't dry. I really liked it.
Definitely worth that. That one was looked like it was worth $5.25 for sure.
And then I also had beer to wash it down. I had the Maui Brewing Company pineapple manna wheat, so it was kind of like a Hefeweizen, but a little fruity. And they offer a 6 ounce and a 12 ounce, like most of these places, and it was $4.50 and $8.50 respectively. I recommend that beer as well.
So we just ordered from the Citrus Blossom, which is just between Hawaii and Canada. And it looks like Florida local fare, from what I can gather. It's got lobster, chicken, and a key lime coconut beer.
It's a leftover booth from the Flower and Garden Festival. So that was here before, and they've just it's one of the ones they've incorporated it into the Food and Wine Festival.
All right, so let's dig in, shall we? Oh man, wow. That's tasty.
The chicken has a sauce and a little salad on top. Oh my god. The chicken is really good. It's moist, has a nice coating on it.
Not bad. Again, like the shrimp earlier, it's a little overcooked.
I like the lobster.
Lobster's good. It's a little overdone, but it's good. 4 out of 5.
3.5.
3.5. I would go 3. The chicken, I would also go 3, I think, as well.
Agreed.
It's a little dry, but tasty. All right, so we made it inside the Food and Wine Festival Pavilion. At the back of the World Showcase. And we got mac and cheese.
We were told we had to try the mac and cheese. So all the music that you hear is live. There's a pianist up on stage, so that's really cool. There's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 booths in here. So festival favorites, desserts and champagnes, Appleseed Orchard, mac and cheese, and then it looks like maybe like a bourbon tasting.
Maple syrup.
Oh, maple syrup tasting.
Barrel-aged maple syrup.
Oh, that's cool. Well, anyway, we were told to try the mac and cheese, so I ordered the lobster mac and cheese. Rocky got the buffalo chicken.
Yeah, buffalo
blue
chicken.
Cheese. My lobster mac and cheese, I couldn't even wait. It was so good. It's one of the best things I've had all day.
The buffalo chicken mac and cheese, not so great. It's my least favorite thing I've had to eat today. Probably 2.5, which is a shame because I love buffalo wings. I have them all the time.
I'm giving mine a 5. A 5 out of 5.
Hers was good.
Yeah.
And I agree with that ranking.
Yeah. Delicious.
The second stop we made inside the festival pavilion was the liquid nitrogen cake pop booth.
This was one of the more polarizing things that we had opinions about. I really liked them.
Yeah, this place was highly recommended to me. So it's a pretty good size cake pop. It's bigger than the normal cake pops. And it's probably like 2 inches big. It's good size. They take it, they dip it in some melted chocolate. They dip it in chocolate. You can either get it just straight chocolate, or you can get that rolled in M&Ms or like crushed up Twix. And then they dip it in like liquid nitrogen. So when you get it, it's like
Smoky.
and it doesn't matter if you get them rolled or not. They're $4 each. It was a good dessert. I have a few problems with it. I don't think it was a cake pop. Cake pops are supposed to be like cake dough or cake that's been like remixed with frosting, so it's really dense. And this wasn't. This was just like a piece of cake.
I really enjoyed mine. I didn't have any pre-expectations versus other cake pops, what it should be. I ate it for what it was, and I enjoyed every bite, and most of Sarah's as well, because she didn't finish hers.
I didn't really like it. But if you like chocolate cake and you like the crazy cool experience of something dipped in liquid nitrogen, then $4 is totally worth it.
Yeah, I thought the M&M was a lot better than Twix.
So we're currently in Morocco, as you can see by the sign. And I'm tapping out for a short while on food because I just ran out of room. But Sarah got some hummus fries, and I've got a Moroccan beer.
These are a little different, I think, than what you can get in the restaurant because these are spicy hummus fries.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah, and they have this like cucumber tomato relish on top.
I think she likes it. Do we have another 5?
We were only planning on spending one day in Epcot. However, we got back to the hotel after our first night and made kind of a quick change decision for the next day because we decided that we wanted to go back and try. We didn't feel like we ate enough food. And really, we didn't. There were so many more things that we experienced on the second day. If you have the ability to go for 2 days, I highly recommend that so you can kind of slow your roll when it comes to eating and really enjoy the food.
Yeah, enjoy the food. Don't hate yourself.
Canada was amazing.
Yes, indeed.
So good. So good. We each got our own item. I had Le Cellier wild mushroom beef filet mignon.
And I had I was very reluctant to actually order what I'd ordered because it didn't sound like something you ordered when it was a hot day. But I saw it, I smelt it, and then I wanted it. Cheddar and bacon soup, which doesn't sound like something you order when it's 90 degrees with 90% humidity.
No, and then yours also came with like a
heavy pretzel roll on the side.
Yeah, it had like a dipping pretzel bread. It was good though.
So everything I just said about cheese, bacon, potato soup, that's exactly what that tastes like in the best way possible. It's completely the wrong thing to eat in this heat as the sun beats down upon us, but it is freaking delicious, and I'll probably finish it all. I give this 4.5. This is really good. Exceeds my expectations.
It can't be better than this.
That's a good sign.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree with Sarah. This is a 5. This is probably the best thing I've eaten all day. Well, today.
Canada booth, man. This is good. Just got my first popcorn of the day from Canada, and it's maple popcorn. Maple popcorn. Do you want to try it?
Cameraman wants some.
Oh.
Here we are in sunny France, Florida. Sarah is busy messaging her people. You out there. But we've got, tell us about your tart. What is that?
So it's a goat cheese tart with caramelized onions on a flaky pastry crust.
And I got a duck confit.
Confit.
Confit. And then I've got a Blanc Kronenberg ale. Something like that. I'm not good at French pronunciations, but
You're not good at what?
French, I'm not good at speaking the words. So I'm gonna try the duck here.
The duck has a crazy good looking sauce, and it's on like a sweet potato mash.
It tastes like Thanksgiving. Like
Really?
dark meat on turkey. Yeah. It's the least ducky duck I've ever had. Duck is normally kind of gamey, slightly, and oily compared to like a chicken or something. This tastes like turkey to me. Dark meat turkey.
I love it.
It's good, but it tastes like Thanksgiving, right? Gravy, the potatoes.
I think that's tasty.
I give this a 3.
I agree with that. I know this bag looks really crazy, but we don't need to waste silverware at each country. So I've been wiping it down and saving it and reusing it for each country.
So Sarah's gonna dig into this tart.
The caramelized onions look really good.
Oh, so it's a savory tart. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good.
Well, what is your rating on that?
Oh, 4.
I give that a 4 as well.
Really good.
Next stop was Brazil as we eat our way through Epcot. I've got a pork belly dish where the cast member gave me an extra piece of pork belly, so I hope it's delicious. It looks delicious. And you got a...
I got a cheese bread. It's like warm and super dense. It's like really heavy.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about it.
Let's dig in and see how this rates. Look at that. So the pork belly is a little less bacony and a more like pulled pork. I give this a solid 4.3. It's really tasty. It's got a black bean paste with a salsa on it, a smoky flavor. It's really good.
I've never had Brazilian cheese bread before, but I will eat this again. Cheese has a weird mouth feel, but but it's really good. I mean, cheese and carbs.
Yes, can't go wrong.
In like the best way.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll see you guys at the next stop.
Where'd we go next?
Well, maybe you should tell them because I have no memory of this place. I ate myself into like this weird fugue state of food. Like we were talking about this earlier, and I have no memory of going to Earth Eats and eating the Impossible Burger Slider.
The Impossible Burger Slider was $5.25, and it was I really liked it. He has no memory of it, which is weird because I think we both really liked it. It had the patty, and then it had kind of this like spicy coleslaw on top on a nice little sesame seed bun.
The pictures look phenomenal. I just don't remember this.
Well, after that, we went to Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And in Germany, we got 2 different things. Pretty much every entree item in Germany had some form of pork in it, so I didn't want that. However, I ordered the apple strudel, which was only $4. So it's a nice little kind of like sliver of strudel with some like creme pat or something like that it kind of sat in. And it was good. Tasted like apple pie.
I got the Schnicktennudeln.
The what?
The Schnicktennudeln.
Huh?
It's a pasta gratin with ham, onion, and cheese in it.
But what is it called?
A Schnicktennudeln.
Say it again?
Schnicktennudeln. It's good. It is not the most attractive thing that I ordered. It looked like a casserole that someone made for like a potluck. Mm-hmm. But if, German food is your jam, it's pretty good. I, as a kid, lived in Germany for 4 years, so it's good to get some of the food that I had as a child. So then we went to the place that we had probably the highest expectations for.
Huh? We did?
Well, I did. I mean, like the way the menu items were presented.
Oh. Yeah.
We went to Italy, and I love pizza. Who doesn't? And when I saw that they had a margarita option for their pizza, I was really excited. I shouldn't have been.
The pizza was $7.95.
And was akin to like a cheap freezer pizza. It was bad. Like $3 freezer pizza, and I can't recommend it. It's way overpriced, not worth the money, and it was just gross.
And then I ordered the La Classica, which is essentially like tortellini, cheese tortellini that had a whole bunch of different cheeses in it. Ricotta, provolone, fontina, parmesan, and then in a vodka sauce with some like bacon bits on top. And that one was $8.50. Overpriced, I think, for like essentially mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And it was okay.
Okay, well, since that was a bit of a downer.
Ooh, sorry. Our next two booths though are like winning.
Yeah. We weren't going to stop in America because we live in America. Why would we need to? We want to experience worldly foods. And then we looked at the menu.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, so good. So we shared, I think we ordered these like together, right?
Yeah.
So we shared a New England lobster roll, which came in at $8.25. So again, one of the higher items. And then we also shared the freshly baked carrot cake, which was only $4.25.
And it was good.
That lobster roll.
Oh, people.
It came on this cute little bun. It came on a very traditional lobster roll bun. And it was packed.
Yeah, there's like $25.
Packed, filled with lobster.
So much lobster.
And then it came with this little cup on the side of melted clarified butter. I was like, just like dripping in butter after eating that.
It was so good. It was like Brazilian cheesy bread, because that was a whole new world experience. Then the lobster roll was like easily the second best thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. And then the carrot cake was really good too. I really like the way, I actually really like the way that they presented the carrot cake. So it came in kind of a little like muffin shape, and then had a nice, maybe a cream cheese, like frosting drizzled on top of it. And it came warm. It really felt like a freshly baked carrot cake.
Yeah, if you're a fan of carrot cake, I recommend it. It was well executed.
Yeah. So our final booth that we ate at was Japan.
Japan. What I had was the teriyaki chicken bun. So it's like a bao bun, steam bun. And it was delicious. Only $6. Very, very good. This one tasted a lot like the bao buns that you can get in Disneyland Resort at the Oasis right behind
the Tiki Room.
The Tiki Room, yeah.
I ordered 2 things because I couldn't decide, and then decided on both. So the first thing that I ordered was the chirashi sushi flower pot.
Look at this cutie patootie little flower pot. Nom, 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 nom.
It came in this little cup that I loved so much that I actually brought it home. And it's this little like flower pot cup, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it now that I have it at home, but I couldn't pass it up. And then the other thing I got was definitely on the way more interesting side. And if you like ramen at all, I highly recommend this. This was the frothy ramen. And it came in this little tiny like plastic stein.
Yeah.
And it was cold. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. But you've got the noodles, some cold broth, and then like an egg white foam on top, and then a drizzle of some kind of delicious, amazing sauce.
It was really, really refreshing. Like, if you think the idea...
Yeah, ramen doesn't usually... That's not a term that you usually use with ramen, but it was very refreshing.
Yeah, I kind of want some right now.
I could go for some right now, yeah.
At $6.25, it was worth every penny. And if it were in driving distance, I would get some right now.
Yeah.
That concludes our trip around the world in eating everything that we possibly physically could.
Not only did we go around the world, we crisscrossed it more than we should have.
We could have been way more strategic about how we navigated Epcot, but we just kind of went and ate what sounded good and what rides we wanted to ride.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button down below.
If you've been to the Food and Wine Festival and have a favorite booth there or a food item, comment down below.
We want to know.
For more content, click subscribe.
Until next time, everybody, stay savage.
Bye.
Bye. Forgot to talk about the Kronenberg Blanc beer. I only got the 6 ounces this time because it's really hot and I felt I overcommitted with the 12 ounce at the last stand. This is very florally, but it's light and refreshing. This is a good hot day beer. I enjoy this very much. I give it 4 seashells out of 5 stars.